Stop the cap.
So, Amazing Lucas posted a video about the Hazlewood High School fight down there in Missouri. And, as I've learned over the years, I'm not speaking on anything until I actually see, the video or see the content. Hold on a second. That's it playing in the background. Hold on. So, come on. That's the fight in the background. Hold on. All right. So, I had to jump around. I said, let me go find this video that everybody's talking about since it's all over the internet. And it's so lame at how some websites are like, we don't condone violence. And so, you get these little, there's a danger in all these websites that, have this, we don't want to show violence, right? But then what they'll do is they'll show still shots or screenshots of the fight that'll lead you to believe things that are untrue. So while people think it's a protective policy because they don't want to advocate for people, posting, fights or trying to monetize fights and things like that, the danger in that is now you got to search around the internet, look for the full video, right? And you go to one website and they start the fight in the middle of the fight. You go to another website, one that I found where I get to see what happened at the beginning of the fight. Because I'm like, I noticed at the beginning they squared up. So I know people already had their that many people. I'm like, I know people already had their phones out because they already knew what was going to go down. They already knew that there was going to be a fight. Now, I done watched Tariq Nasheed's video and I watched Amazing Lucas's video, and I didn't see what either one of them saw. Okay, and then there's what's this guy's name? Real social justice warrior. He's a maggot with an F. But anyway, so he's up there whining, crying about white victimhood and white people, and you know how white people are, usual suspects, savages, all that shit in the comment section, all the typical racist bullshit, right? And I say, let me go over here. Let me mosey on over here and look at the full video. Where can I find the full video? I had to go to 6-7 websites to finally get the damn full video. So I get the full video, and basically the fight starts off, they're squared up. Now, Amazing Lucas and Tariq are like, oh, the white girl swung first. You can barely tell. They squared up. That's mutual combat. That's all there is. That's mutual combat. Tariq goes off and he says that the white girl was getting, the black girl was getting jumped by two white people. No. It looks like the whole damn thing is recorded on a potato. The second thing is when after the white girl and the black girl start fighting, the black girl takes her to the ground and she starts dishing out a whole bunch of whoop ass. The black girl that's big, that's standing, behind her, furthest away from the camera, she comes in and she looks like she's swinging on the black girl. So I don't know where people get this. Then there's another. It looks like a skinnier white person. They come running across the screen from the right side to the left side, running into that black girl that looked like she tried to, intervene, right? And then there's another white girl that's in the front. She looks like she's white, big ass white girl, which I'm not surprised because that's what goes on down. So everybody fucking big down there. But anyway, she comes around, to try to, get the other big black girl, out of the scene, right? But she's moving slow, so she ain't getting there faster than the other person's getting there. What it looks like to me is you had, everybody's trying to make it some racial thing. You had two different factions. Even after the white girl got her ass beat, and I mean, she got her ass beat like that girl, you could hear her skull crunching against the pavement, and then she breaks out into convulsions. I'm like, oh, damn. Now they're saying she's in critical condition. I bet she is in critical condition. She got, that thin white people hair. There ain't no barrier between their head and the concrete. So she goes and, smashes, the black girl smashes the white girl's head against the concrete. I mean, after the second headbang, I mean, she was done. She was done. I mean, that was, I wouldn't be surprised if the white girl doesn't make it. That's how bad, if you go and you find the video, that's how bad her head was smashed against the ground. But that's the reality of fighting. That's why I run around and talk about, like, you know, I know that these are students and kids and everything else like that. But seriously speaking, after 18, it's life or death out here. When you get in a fight, it ain't no, the fights, going in because, oh, they're hurt, back it up. Men typically do that. Men have that type of code when you're fighting with fist. Women, from my experience, from what I've seen, women are way more savage. Women try to kill you with their bare hands. Men don't try to kill you with their bare hands. Men are like, have you had enough? Men, when the person's like down, when they're spitting up blood, when they're, knocked out or whatever, that person's already won. The person's been defeated. That's all there is to it. And that's how the situation operates with men. With women, there's really no limit. There's no limit. Not with the two women that are fighting. There's no limit. They'll pretty much try to kill the person, as they're fighting. Men, they got limitations on when it comes to fists. When men want to kill you, they're just gonna go get a gun and kill you. Like that, just, they're gonna actually get the tool to actually do it with. But what else was I gonna say about the whole thing? Yeah, even after the white girl was down on the ground and going into convulsions, there were two factions of black people who were fighting each other. So the white, then this is what, this is what's so dumb about this country, because it doesn't factor this shit in. But you get these conservative white people that don't have any black friends, and everything that they see is black and white. And there's some black people, who this situation, and I'm looking at black people like, you already know better. The white girl had on some fucking, what were they, the fucking Jordan 1s or whatever. She got on some Jordans. Now she one of them, hood white chicks, probably fucking black guys, she a part of the crew, laughing, drinking, smoking, all that stuff. And again, you're going to be involved in black people's beef, just like any other black person is going to be involved in black people's beef. So you got two different factions, that the white girls are a part of. To sit there and act like white girls and black girls don't have girlfriends and friends on the other side of the spectrum, in high school, that's a bunch of cap. I'm not even going to sit here and entertain that shit. You know what I mean? Even though there's a baseline level of racial animosity, because of the fucking history in this country, the racial history of white supremacy in this country. But I'm like, nah, those white girls were just as much involved in that whole entire group, you know what I'm saying, as anybody else, as any of the other black people there. So people trying to turn it into some racial shit, I don't see that, because if it was, then just the nonsense that I see. Oh, and the blacks, they savagely attacked the white. That as soon as the white girl went down then other people started fighting. I'm like, what are you talking about? These are two different factions of black people with some white people sprinkled in there. But they're trying to turn it into just that typical Fox News white people drivel, the white victimhood, type of shit. The school had to be dismissed because they got threats, to the school or some shit like that, because it's a predominantly black school. Right? I'm like, that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do. There's been all type of Jason Williams type of white people, Eminem type of white people that go to these schools, been there, involved in just as much shit as anybody else who's in that environment, in that socioeconomic situation. And it's like the part that gets me with white people is they act like a white person can't take a L. I'm like, when a black person takes an L, it's black on black violence. When a black person dies, it's black on black violence. But when a white person is in the mix of black people's shit, then all of a sudden, it's some racial shit. Oh, it's like that reminds me of the fucking Mitt Romney's people, the Mormons down there in Mexico, like they over there, stealing water and all this other shit, and the cartel gets their ass, and then everybody, all the white people will come running out. Oh, they attacked them because they're white. Meanwhile, whites and Mexicans, sit up and eat together, in the prisons in California, because Mexicans essentially see themselves as white. Most of them are mestizo. They identify with the white side more than they identify with the, it's not even a black side, because they don't even have a black side unless you go to Veracruz. But I'm saying, they don't even identify with the shit like that, right? But suddenly, because some white people got harmed and the white people's family got killed, it's racial. It's not about some other politicking, right? It's not about some other shit that they did, some foul shit that they did, and we already know how the Mexicans get down. That's not the place to go and flex your white privilege. Just like the Otto dude found out when he went to North Korea and taking down that damn sign. That's not the place to flex your white privilege. So again, when you are in environments of minority people, you know what I mean? You don't got a white privilege card. And see, I feel like that's the thing that all these white people are tripping about, because they expect it to be a white privilege card, wherever they go, in all environments, wherever they go. Like, no, you can get all the smoke just the same. You can fuck around and find out just the same as any other black person that white people will run around, and if two black people get into it, it becomes what do you call it? It becomes, oh, they fucked around and found out. Oh, they fucked around and found out. I'm like, yeah, white people can fuck around and find out too. And unfortunately for this white girl, she got her fucking skull bashed in. I mean, literally, I'm not even joking. If you watch the video, it's cringe. It's cringe how hard her head hit the ground. Because that black girl was not fucking around. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, we don't know what the fight was about. But I'm saying, when all those people meet up in a particular area and there's that many students, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's mutual combat. People came there as a group to see some shit go down. Probably some shit happened during the school day. Yeah, all right, bitch. You gonna see me after school, bitch? And that's exactly what happened. Hell, again, the story with Captain Solo. Captain Solo, freaking had, some bullies in school. It was more than one of them. The kids that were sitting around him, all black, they were cheating off of him on the test. And, the teacher caught it, and he basically said, yeah, they cheated on him. They cheated off of me. And so Cap, quote unquote, broke the code. And so, they all got in trouble, and they was like, yeah, all right, motherfucker, we gonna see you after school. And they, they were looking for him after school. As soon as the bell rang, Cap broke out. He was running through people's backyards and everything. Thought he made it clear. I mean, on some, like, I don't know what movie that was from. Sounds like something from, like, freaking, I don't know. Give me a show. Sounds like something from, not Boy Meets World, Wonder Years, or something from Sandlot or some shit like that. Like where you get like the camera and it draws back, like where you're like, you think the coast is clear and shit like that. And then all of a sudden you turn the corner, you know what I mean? You were looking the other way, and then all the dudes like right there, and they turn around slow motion, like Menace to Society style. Like, they turn around, you lock eye contact, like, there he go. And you like, oh shit. And then they start chasing you, and then they finally catch up to you, and they start stomping you out. Yeah, that's what Cap experienced. That was the whole thing with, Cap's father wanting to put him in the karate class, and then his mother taking him out karate class, because with all her wanting to be in control beliefs, she didn't want to have a son that could, beat her up, or not be disciplined by her, or be able to fight back the very men that were putting hands on her. And then eventually, one of them, ended up damn near taking her life. And she come down in the basement talking about, you need to pay attention, because he just acting crazy upstairs. Cap looking at his mother like, the fuck you want me to do, miss? Take me out of karate? The fuck you want me to do? At that time, he was probably like a $105 soaking wet, at 15, 16 years old. and his mother out there chasing, these 6'4", cockstrong, 215-pound dudes. Like, what was he gonna do? But I'm just saying, that's just a reality, you know. But it's just crazy how all the white people, they go, it's always an indictment of black people. Whenever there's an interaction between white people and black people, and the white people lose, or the shit gets fucked up for the white people, it's always some type of indictment. Let the white boys go off and shoot the schools up. Oh, he had mental illness. He was distraught. Just all this bullshit. But when it comes to black people, and there's a interaction between a white person and a black person, then and the white person loses, then it's always these black savages. They always pull that bullshit. And then on the flip side, it like with the situation where the white dude choked out the mentally handicapped dude on the fucking train, and the handicapped dude dies. He was like they said he was like on the spectrum or some shit like that. Because he was making too much noise on the train, and then the dude choked him out, and then like literally, suffocated him. And the white people, they coming out with all type of justification. They were like, yeah, we need to, they try to tie it into like the smash and grabs. Yeah, we need to keep these niggas in check, and that's what they get for not behaving. Like, the motherfuckers are sick. I already said white people are pathological, in my opinion. They're fucking dangerous. They're dangerous because of, and especially now with the social media, the narratives that they try to push. These old, like, fucking birth of a nation narratives. Like, and it's so crazy how that shit just keeps continuing, even though we're not in the birth of a nation era, right? But how they promote the shit continues, and they still have these old narratives, even though white people are the ones with a proven history and track record of hostility and violence. They're the ones that are the savages. Their history proves it. That's not something I'm making up. That's the truth. But then what they do is they go out here, and anytime, whether it's mutual combat or there's some sort of, just response to their bullshit, and they end up losing, then all of a sudden now they want to claim the victim. Like, it's the most pussy ass shit ever. Pussy ass shit ever. I don't even know, like what are they gonna say? This was a girl on girl fight. This was a girl fight. This wasn't two black men ganging up on a white girl. This was a girl on girl. They squared up. Mutual motherfucking combat. And the white girl lost. I've been in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in a fight years ago, and the cop was asking me, right? Because I got sucker punched, and the cop was asking me, do I want to press charges, right? Now the whole thing went down, right? Because I was like, yo, let's go outside and talk about it, right? And then as soon as I went to open my mouth, dude just sucker punched me, right? And it was like a scuffle for like a couple minutes. I was trying to get my footing. My shoe was coming off my foot. It was all fucked up, right? But the cop was like, you want to press charges? I was like, nah, I was on some no snitching shit, right? I let the shit ride, right? And then like a couple days later, the cop called me and was asking if I wanted to press charges. And then, like, somehow through the conversation, it turned into technically speaking, you might not, win anything because, if you went outside, with him or asked him to come outside, then technically speaking, that's mutual combat. You see, like, so the whole attack thing, and y'all got to look into that. I don't know the rule. I don't know the fucking the laws of the mutual combat shit, but basically, if you engage in a like, you agree to fight, and then you lose the fight, you can't claim that you were accosted. You can't claim that you were attacked. No, you agreed to the fight and you lost the fight. And I'm saying, again, it doesn't even matter to what degree you lose the fight, because a fight, right? A fight in and of itself is an invitation to bodily harm, to severe bodily harm or possibly death. You see? Now, obviously, when it comes to death, chances are the other person is going to be charged. Or severe bodily injury, depending on how severe. I feel like when it's like simple assault and you all scrap it out and you all injure each other, then the court just looks at it like that shit's a wash. Get out my court. But when one person is severely injured, like they may not come back 100% from that, it's likely that you're going to be hit with something. Likely. But all the hocus pocus that I'm hearing from the black side and the white side. And I'm not even trying to be like Mr. Mediator or anything like that. I'm saying, I go to the black videos and I'm like, yeah, the white girl threw the first punch. I'm like, I can barely see that. They were squared up. That's mutual combat. Somebody's got to throw the first punch. Fuck out of here. They were squared up. Cameras were already on. Everybody knew it was about to go down. I'm like, I don't buy that. She threw the first punch and then therefore the whole thing about, and two white girls was going to gang up on the black chick and then the other black people. Nah, I didn't see that either. Sorry, didn't see that either. And then what's the other narrative that people are rolling? Oh, you go over to the white websites and the white websites are like, it was just a black, it was Little Red Riding Hood and she was on her way to school and the black savages, they just hopped out of the car and they said, you gonna get it, white girl today. And then they just started attacking her. I'm like, she was attacked by a pack of niggas. Like, no, get off that Mel Gibson shit. That's not what happened. Stop the cap. I'm just saying, I'll put the link in the description box so that you can go over to the website and watch the fight from the beginning. Now they got these little news announcements in the video, but it's the most complete video that I've seen. And even after the white girl, she got brain damage. Without a doubt, she got brain damage. Anytime you see this leg straighten up and then you see the arms, fold up, you know what I mean? Looking like a little T-Rex, brain damage every time. So anyway, after the white girl, she's on the ground. There's still fights going on. There's a fight to the left, a fight to the right, and it's all black people on black people. So I'm like, yeah, this looks like two different factions of black people, and with white people sprinkled in. The white girl, she was with faction A, and another white girl was with faction B, and another black person was with, like, nah, this is that white girl was somebody's homegirl, and so that's on a personal level. That's not on a racial level. So everybody going crazy. I'm like, watch the video. You look at the video. I don't know what people are talking about. It's like there's some reverse Klansman shit going on, or it was the the white girl and they try to team up on the black. That I don't see that in the video. You can look at it for yourself. I'll put the link in the description box. But anyway, yeah, stop the cap. That's my video. SWP out. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe.